Notification. Okay, boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast. This afternoon, we're doing a special series entitled Growing Up in the Nation. And we have a great guest with us, Brother Eliyphaz Muhammad, the son of, of course, Regional Minister Abdul Qadir Muhammad, and the son. What's your mother's name? I want to make sure I pronounce the name correct.
Sister Felicia.
Felicia, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First of all, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother. How you doing?
Excellent. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to give us some information as well as some inspiration, sir.
No problem, man. You know, we family, so it ain't about nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And speaking of us being family, my sister Naima told me a wonderful story when I told her that I was interviewing you today. She said that her, Sabir, and them were about to get in a cab at a Savings Day one time, and you and your brother saw them and said, "No, y'all not getting no cab. Y'all with us." And you took care of them and got them pizza and just looked out for them the whole Savings Day. And she said she'd never forget that when I showed her the flyer. She was like, "Oh, I know who that is. They looked out for us when we was younger, man. So that means a lot to me, bro."
Praise be to Allah, man. You know, one of the things about us, I always think that, man, all we got is us. So when I see Sabir, Samad, of course, your sisters,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? If it just looks strange, it is strange. So ain't getting no cab, we got a car.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We can make a little detour and take care of the little people, and then, hopefully they return the favor over to the young ones that come up underneath them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Well, the first thing I want to know is, what was it like growing up in your household, and how have you handled the pressure of being the son of such a great parents, but of course, in the on the brother side of your father.
Well, um, you know, it was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? To keep it real. My father, my father is he's a type of man that, when it comes to this thing of ours in the Nation of Islam, he's a very serious brother when it comes to the instructions of the Honorable Minister Lord Farrakhan. And it's just everything cut and dry. He's one of the he is one and was one of the premier workers of the Honorable Minister Lord Farrakhan during the early days and still one to this day. And
Yes,
he
sir.
take his job very serious. So, and knowing that he take his job very serious, of course, as children, but we walk around on eggshells and stuff like that. But we understood, the work that he was doing. Now, that's him. We all know Khadir,
Yes, sir.
brother
Yes.
Khadir. My mom's is the key to all this. Like your mother was the key to yours. You know what I'm saying? And Sister Felicia, I speak to my mother every day by Allah's permission. And, you know, what she was, she helped us understand and learn what he was doing without it being any problems. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Your father was going more than mine. So, you know what I mean? But, just imagine if our moms was on the trip that they was on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How we look at our fathers, and people don't understand that. It was said that the messages told the minister, "Don't worry about your family. Allah will take care of them." I really believe that, and I really understand, and I really went through it because He really took care of us, you and I. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so I give, I always give my love to my father, but I always look out for, what I'm saying, my heart, Sister Felicia. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The sisters, what I'm saying? She made great aunts for me all over the nation. So, I get a cup of bean soup here, a nice plate there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, yes, sir. But yeah, good folks, man. Been doing it since the 70s, late 70s. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't call it a parent. We don't, I guess we could use the language pioneer, but, we're a rebuilding family on this side of the
Yes,
Nation
sir.
of
Yes,
Islam. You know what I
yes,
mean?
sir.
So, we got a lot of tenure, if I
Praise
could
be
say.
to Allah. Yes, sir. Absolutely, you do. And may Allah continue to bless you, your parents for their sacrifice, but your siblings for their sacrifice, and
Yeah.
now I got to see some of your children. We're gonna talk about your fatherhood advice later on in the show.
Yes, sir.
What was it about you? What was your favorite Savior's Day memory?
I got two, but I got one. You know, it's always a memorable moment when you able to be in the presence of the honorable mention Lord Farrakhan. Let me first say that first and foremost. You know what I mean?
Yes,
We
sir.
don't
Yes, sir.
we don't take those type of things lightly, you know. It just, you know what I mean? You can always go back to the day that you just was there. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Whether he
Yes,
was
sir.
right in front of you or 1,000 feet in front of you. You know what I mean? But those Savior's Days back in those times was very special, real different, and you know, it was, you know, I'm talking about them 90 pieces, believers meeting.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? You know what I'm talking about, Josh. You know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So you Savior's Day. So we got the chance to be around the Honorable Men's Louis Farrakhan plenty of times during those days for those particular weekends. But one of my favorite memories of Savior's Day was, I believe, 1990. One of them. I
Mm.
always think about this one. I think we was in Detroit, 1990. I don't know if it was October or February, but we was in Detroit. And, you know, we had our little junior FOI thing going on.
Yes,
I
sir.
was the secretary at the time for the junior FOI. And
Okay.
man, my man, brother Jesse, you know, he had us trained up, geared up, ready. His wife's sister Patricia, she made the uniforms for us. You know what I'm saying? We had the FOI at first, junior FOI, then, you know, they made us change it, made us change our whole thing, got to put Sons of Thunder. So, you know, but we at the junior FY class that particular year it had to be about 30 of us. So at that time I had to be like 8, and
Mm.
we went down front and we was able to give the minister our little charity. I think
Mm.
your uncle brother Jamil was there. He, you know what I mean, he shouted us out because of course he knew us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
He from the East Coast, whatever. So he knew us. He gave us a nice shout out. Then we gets back up to the nosebleed section. But the part I remember, besides that, the part I remember is we didn't salute Brother Jamil.
Mm.
Oh
Mm. Mm.
man, but Jesse had us out there in the middle of the corridor, man, in the push-up position doing push-ups. We jumped up, then we did some drilling. You know what I'm saying? It's all before the minister came on. We was out there, you know, we children.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Had a
sir.
little, put a little show on. Then, you know, we sat down and enjoyed the lecture from Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan. But yeah, that was one of them. But outside of that, anytime I was able to greet the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan, of course, that's my favorites. Yes,
Praise
sir.
be to Allah. Wonderful. And you get a lot of love in the comments. And a lot of people are sending you the greetings and showing you love in the comments. My next question for you is, what was it about going from the junior FOI days to that made you? What was the epiphany or your breakthrough moment that made you want to write your letter and say you wanted to accept the teachings like on your own as an adult?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. From the time from the junior FY class, I was 16 in about 1998, and you know, I went through that spell. Um, Went outside, did everything under the sun. You know what I mean? Ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said about, you know, a little earlier about the work of the parents really, you know what I'm saying, bless the children. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
I know me, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So, you know, I went outside, but prior to going outside, 1998, Savior's Day, my father was just reassigned to the DC area, I believe in November 97. And these one of them Savior's Day memories. I'm flashback, but it's gonna go with this one. And you know,
Yes, sir.
we was leaving Savior's Day, and he gets a call. So we on our way to the airport, wherever we was traveling home, he gets the call. We ain't ear hustling nothing. All I know is the car pulls over on the side of the road. Skirt. He turns around, he looks at us. It's me and my brothers, my mother, and he like, yeah, all right, look. He like, check it out. We're about to go to the palace. I got invited. I got invited. But since y'all with me and we on our way to the airport, they said I could bring y'all with me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so me and my brother decided, you know what I'm saying? It's our first time in the palace. Really, I want to say our first time really actually greeting the minister, probably like 1998,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So, then, we got them instructions, man. It was a whole lot of everything coming out of his mouth, preparing us to get in that door. Cause he know what he's dealing with. And no, and he got us there. And while we was in there, the minister, of course, you know how the palace look, he's moving around. We sitting in the room, I believe it was white at the time. And when he finally came in the room, he greeted us and he looked at my father and said, "Oh, so I'm looking for these your sons?" And of course he said, "Yes, sir." And then he greeted us all, but he greeted me and he looked at me and said, "Man, are you gonna help your father in the region?" I said, "Yes, sir." Fast forward, that was in 1998. So technically, of course, born and raised in the mosque, I didn't get registered till 2008. So, but during that whole ordeal, brother, I believe it was a lot working on me to prepare me to be able to stand up and help the Honorable Men's Lord Farrakhan in his work today. I was outside learning people, you know what I mean?
Yes,
And
sir. Yes,
really,
sir.
you know what I'm saying, being able to deal and walk in certain crowds and move a certain way, all
Yes, sir.
general orders always in effect, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, just able to get it going. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. I'm being long with it, but I apologize, Bud
Oh
Joshua.
no, man! Please, that's what the show's about. It's about you.
So it was kind of crazy because during those times of the 90s, mid 90s, the mosque was heavy. There was brothers everywhere. You couldn't outshake a brother. If you wanted to do something or you wanted to hide, it was brothers everywhere. And for us being the age group that we was in, being 15, 16 years old, we were still children compared to a 16-year-old, 15, 16-year-old now in the nation of Islam. It's a welcoming type of thing because we need help. You know what I mean? But back then there was so many brothers around, it was really, okay, y'all good, y'all sitting over in the corner. And it kind of, and then we just, as while we sitting over in the corner, life and
Yes, sir. Yes,
outside
sir.
and attractions and all that stuff were just tapping at us. And some of us left and never came back. Some of us, like myself, left and came back, and some of us just never went nowhere. But it's something that I always think about and say that now that I'm around, I'm gonna try my best to fix in the sense of that. You know what I mean? When it comes to the young ones, always having them something to do and welcoming, man, to what it is.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. It was a very touching moment earlier when I saw you with your children and speaking to them in such a nice way. I never heard you use that voice before. I'm so
Oh,
used to
that.
you being, yeah, I'm so used to being so serious and always in war mode. To see you talk to your children, and how did you go from the training that we came up under to now being like, oh yes, can you help me with this and skateboarding and all, like how did that happen?
Man, you know what it is, man. Our parents. I speak to my father a lot when it comes to my children, and he just tells me, keep your schedule with them, timing. You know what I'm saying? Don't break no promises. You know what I mean? If you can control it, control it. Of course, in the work that we do, it's some things may come up. Help them understand it, what comes up in the work that you do. So when it does happen, you can do it. You can do what you got to do, and it won't be no problem. You know what I'm saying? Reward them. You know what I'm saying? Gifts here. You know what I'm saying? My son crazy. He need his V-Bucks. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, she just asked for, a skateboard. She got one,
Yeah.
but it's chipped up, so she want a new one. You know what I mean? So
Yes, sir. Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that. You know what I mean? So just when they do good, reward them. When they do bad, you know what I mean? Correct them, and then just really just show them love, man. It's a little different for me and them. This world a little different, so I kind of shelter mine a little bit. You know I mean, so it's a little, it's just crazy, but it is what it is. I can't, like I said earlier, I know me. You know what I'm saying? So, I just, you know what I mean, just trying to correct some things on this end, on this go round.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Beautiful. Well, speaking of this go round, what are some of the things that you could give advice that you can give to the new parents, the fathers especially, that you would change and that you would, the new generation needs to learn?
When I can always remember my parents teaching me, we have this thing called the core group, and within the core group, it's you know, it's the love group. You love Master Muhammad first of all, first and foremost. That's lying in person,
Yes,
and
sir.
you know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean. That's the end all be all that. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Yes,
Let's
sir.
let's deal with him first.
Yes, sir.
Gotta love him. Secondly, you gotta love the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
sir.
it's and then third, the honorable men's Louis Farrakhan.
Absolutely.
Because if it wasn't for him personally, I wouldn't be born.
Yes, sir.
You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? And then third was my parents. And the Bible say honor thy parents, days be longer, this, that, and third, boom, boom.
Yes, sir.
But fifth was yourself. So and having that type of balance, you gotta think 5 times before you do anything. Because these are all the people you gotta think about before you make a move for yourself. So, I always say, every whooping I got, I deserved it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Cause I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I mean? That's what I had. That's the thought process I had to go through before I did anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so that's one of the things I would tell parents. You know what I'm saying? To try to get a core love group, especially believers, man. Get that core love group down so the children have a base to stand on. Um, Listen to your children. You might learn something about yourself. I learn something every day. I got a son that's 8 years old, going on 9. He act like he's 30. You know what I'm saying? And that's my man. And I have to remember he's my son. You know what I'm saying? But you get older, and you going, you know what I'm saying, Josh, you're gonna go through it, man. You got a son. He loved you different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? My, and my daughters, that's the youngest. You met my youngest one,
Yes, sir.
Jayana. She that's me. You know what I'm saying? Everything. She just me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's a little different. My oldest daughter, that's like she's third in command. So she's a little older than the rest. So I gotta teach her. I'm teaching her to be an example for them. Cause they watching her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, But just being open and honest and paying attention to them. That's all. And then they're gonna make their mistakes. Depending what type of mistake it is, what type of corrections you make for that mistake. So, I don't know, but I'm learning in the process. I got good elders because I don't shy away from brother Joshua. I call them up like, yo, check out what your grandson just did. Your granddaughter bugging. You know what I'm saying? I go there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to do the wrong thing. Because some things might tickle me. Cause I'm
Yes, sir.
looking at it the wrong way. But to them, it's like, nah, they need to fix that. You know what I mean? So,
Praise be to Allah. Okay, what advice would you give to future husbands?
compromise.
Mm.
Compromise. That's the biggest. That's one of the biggest things. Compromise. Listen. Um, don't go to sleep beefing. My wife practiced that one all the time. You
Yeah,
know the
yeah.
rules. We can't go to sleep like this. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, don't go to sleep like that. And what I mean, listen, man. Um, we're gonna have our egotistical ways on certain things, and we'll have our views. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to man up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah.
just gotta be a little, you know what I'm saying, be a little gentle and just be um open. You know what I mean? And it really goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because she helped me. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? She gotta, you know what I mean, listen to you as well. But it has to come to that understanding of trust so they can really build on it. But you know, that's something I'm working on daily. You know what I mean? It is what it is, brother. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna sit out here in front, man. You know?
That's beautiful, man. And to the people who are watching in the comments, thank you all for showing love. I'm gonna read some of the comments, but I want to just say to see you, you inspire me, brother Eliyphaz. You
I
really
had to
do,
put a suit
man.
on. I had to put a suit on for you, bro,
Man,
Josh.
you
We
inspire
can't
me,
put no.
man.
We can't go both fitted cap. You know I like
Yeah,
to put my hats on.
yes, I'm aware. I'm just saying, I just to grow up looking at you and your brothers and just seeing you so, I was like, man, yo, Eliyphaz is with this. You know what I'm saying? You just came with that to see you being like, and actually as a husband and I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, brother. this is the FOI. This is what we need right here, brother. I'm glad that you are, man, you following your father's footsteps. And do you have a plan on going into the ministry like your father?
No, sir. It's like, nah, I said that too fast. But I don't. You know, I don't know, man. I kick it, man. You know, speak a certain language to certain
Yes, sir.
individuals. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
all the good stuff will come out eventually. But I mean, so you got something that can go to the pulpit and kick that talk and go to the masjids and all that.
Yeah.
No, I go to them street corners and talk all that. You know what I'm saying? And let them
Yes, sir.
understand. And it is what it is. I remember, I remember moving to DC, trying to move to DC. Well, in the process, moving to DC, and my father out there looking for houses and somewhere to live. We all in Maryland and all that, right? Then all of a sudden, he like, yeah, man, I just left the minister. He said, man, he ain't assigned me to Maryland. We got to move to DC.
Mm.
Man, moved to DC. Love my hood, Langdon Park. Moved right smack dab in the middle.
Mm, mm, mm,
My brothers went to public school.
mm, mm,
Went to 3 different public schools. My brother
mm.
was mostly people on the south side. My younger brother, mostly people on the northwest uptown side. I went to mostly people on the northeast side. You know what I mean? So went to 3 different schools, and then learning how to navigate through a whole new environment. You know what I'm saying? Learning the people, learning the cultures down there, to the point that I consider myself a Washingtonian to some degree. You know what I mean? Talk with a different accent, but you know what I'm saying. But I'm a city boy in comparison to what's going on down there. And but the point I'm trying to make is going through all that. We kick it a certain type of way. So I like to, I can talk, but I'd rather when it get into some environments, I just like to let those that can do that do a little bit more. Let them go.
Yes,
I
sir.
may
Yes, sir.
whisper something in their ear, you know what I mean? Because I'm listening. I do know it. You know what
Yes,
I'm
we
saying? But
aware.
you know what I'm saying? But let's go outside. We go outside, man. That's my talk, man. Stay back. So going in the ministry, I gotta polish up, but I like that military end too. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Hear and
sir.
obey. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know what I mean?
Praise be to the Lord.
Instructions go up, instructions come down. You know what I'm saying? Chain of command. You know what it is. You know,
Yes,
man,
sir.
you grew up under it, man. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
all that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Brother Daoud sends a greeting. Sister Zayna sends a greeting. My sister Mimi sends a greetings. Sister
Wow.
Nicole Taliba Muhammad sends a greetings. Sister Janelle sends a greetings. My sister Naima sends a greetings. Sister Rhonda Yvette Muhammad says, "Assalamu alaikum, nephew. She's proud of you. All praises to Allah."
Yes, man.
People
Wow.
talking about Junior FY. Sharif Eatman says, "Big
Oh yeah. You was
Johnny
part of that
Lee."
class.
Yes, sir. I didn't. Some people all praises to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Great job. Great job. Um, Janelle says apparently she remembers those. Oh, this is Janelle's first time watching. I've never seen her watch it. She said she remembers those days. People saying big bro. So Nicola says teach Muhammad. Okay, speaking of that, relief as the going to navigate into a different school systems and being in DC, coming from Newark, murder capital of the East Coast, and all this kind of stuff and all of that. I'm just saying, like, was there ever been a time that you've been faced with fear? And if so, how have you overcome that fear?
we I'm faced with fear a lot. The whole thing is really just showing it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
and that's one thing that these teachings take away is fear. But in taking away fear can also be dangerous on another regard.
Yes, sir. Yes,
'Cause
sir.
because that fearlessness can line you up for something that's afraid of you.
Mm, mm.
And it could be, it could excuse me, it can become detrimental. So, you know, it's more of a it's more of a, you know, you just gotta know what you're going into. Like again, man, I just think about that move to DC, and I was in trouble a lot in Jersey before we left. And one of the things that my father put me to the side was like, you like to y'all fight up there where y'all at. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, man, he said, he was like, yo, I lose a fight. So I'm looking at him like, what? Lose a fight? What are you talking about, man? We don't lose no fights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We don't lose no fights. And he said, no. Do you know how to lose a fight but win it? I said, and then he went on to explain. He said, you 16 years old at the time. He's like, people down here your age die. You never experienced that. People your age dying like this. So he was like, I ain't telling you if you have to get into something, let somebody pound on you, but you can't do all the extra stuff.
Mm,
You
mm,
know what I
mm,
mean?
mm.
Can't be savage with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to defend yourself, but you just can't be doing the savage stuff that'll make someone come back and do something to you to harm you. And then he went on to say, you know, if you could, if that was to happen, if you could, and you have to go back, he said, try to catch him before it resonated to something else and heal it. So, it was those type of jewels. And fortunately I never really had no issues in DC because I went through so much in Jersey.
Mm, mm, mm,
So going down there, it was a refresher for me
mm.
where I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't have nothing to prove to nobody.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
good. I'm solidified.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So it was that ease. And then, I had my man Hawk up there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He held
yeah,
me
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then a couple other believers and their children held us down, because all we had was our household. And yeah, man, but it was just, but fear is always around. Like, I'm thinking about my children now and what's going on today and preparing them for it. Like I just said earlier, I kind of shelter them, but I wasn't really sheltered in the sense of, you know what I mean, watched over and stuff like that. We was able to go and experiment, but they don't. They can, but they can't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know
sir.
what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
It's just a different monster. So I fear, but I go in with a smile. But let's make this plain that we fear no one but Allah. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
and that's what keeps my back strong, and you know it is what it is.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. And that's
Yes, sir.
definitely the energy that you carry with you. I have, of course, a few more questions for you, but I wanted to tell a quick story. Me and you were on a detail in Tuskegee with
Oh
the
yeah.
minister, and it was freezing cold, and I had to somehow I had to end up on the backside of the minister's the window to make sure he was straight while he was eating. And I'm outside by myself, and nobody checking on me. Everybody's spread out, and all of a sudden I see Brother Eliyphaz hop out the car. He come, pop the trunk, and give me his coat. Like, man, look, bro, this is for you. I see you out here, you know what I'm saying? And I said, thank you so much. That coat meant so much to me, bro, because I said, we out here willing to die, and I ain't even think smart enough to get a coat. But that's just your spirit, bro. You always looking out for the brothers, man, and always looking out for me. So I just wanted to thank you and share that story, let you know, like, even though it was
I,
an intense time, bro, you popped that trunk. I didn't know what you popped the trunk for, but you popped the trunk to get a coat. I said, yeah, bro, Eliyphaz came through with the clutch.
the God is on time all the time, brother. Look. Look, and that's the thing though, that you know, that we have established, you know what I'm saying, as youngins, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they got it made today in the sense of children's villages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Yes, sir.
I remember going to Savers Day playing on the escalators, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, holding on the side of them joints, you know what I'm saying, going up, getting in trouble, doing stuff like that. Captain Hugh, now Minister Wali Allah, chasing us
Yeah.
out the lobbies and
I
stuff
mean,
like
he
that.
was on the
You know what I
lobby
mean?
patrol so hard,
Yeah,
boy. I was
so
like, why do you hate the lobby? Like, what is going on?
yeah. Yeah, look, he told me one time, he said that was his assignment. I said, I never knew that. He said, yeah, that was my assignment. Get y'all out the lobby. I said, man, we should love seeing you come down. You like the boogeyman. But yeah, but that was, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So we ain't have much, but we had each other. So, you know, we build a bond of family. You know what I'm saying? So we saw each other once a year, no social media, but we picked up where we left off at. You know what I mean?
Praise be to Allah.
It is what it
Okay.
is. You had an army, I had an army. Everybody had armies. You know what I'm saying? About 40 of us from all over the place, each mile. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
good
Yes,
time.
sir. Beautiful. My next question is, what has been your greatest trial in your tenure in the nation, and how have you overcome that trial?
Hmm. My greatest trial, I had a few. My greatest trial really been, so that's a good one, Josh. It's just really I don't know, man. It's you know, I'm a lieutenant now under student captain Tariq Muhammad, student minister Haq Muhammad. I was the first officer under student captain Arthur Muhammad, brother minister Lawrence Muhammad. Um, so it just really trying to figure this thing out. You know, when we joined the mosque, when I joined the mosque, I should say in 2008, really became registered. Myself and we always talk about it. My student minister now, student minister Abdul Haq Muhammad. We was in orientation class together.
Okay. Okay.
So you know, we had this thing whereas, you know what I'm saying, we just wanted to refresh what was happening. You know, man, no disrespect to the elders or the older ones that was in the mosque, but you know, we wanted to bring a new energy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you know, that was probably one of the most challenging things, getting them to believe in us. And once they really believed in us, they let us have it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? They trusted that we was able to handle it, and they let us handle it. You know what I mean? So I say that to all the young soldiers now. You know, we all think that we supposed to be handed this thing. You know what I mean? It ain't like that. You know what I mean? We can't. It ain't to be handed to. This is a precious jewel that we must all be um acclimated to hold. You know what I'm saying? Just can't say no once you clock in the damn clocking out tomorrow type of mission.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
mean, so you know, just going through all that and just finding myself, you know what I mean, having a family in the process of this, because you know, like you and I grew up, they'd be surprised how old our parents are, but they was doing this since they was in their 20s. They was
Yes, sir.
children
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
holding
Yes,
down
sir.
a nation, man. So
Yes, sir.
we have to, you know what I'm saying, we have to take the same energy. And you know, just as young people, I'm getting up in age too now, but you know, even the ones younger than me, I saw you had Brother Farad on the other day. Them
Yes,
young
sir.
ones, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's do it. So that was probably one of the, you know, things that I probably went through. There's a little couple more things, but you know, I ain't gonna get into all that. But you know, it is what it is. Yes, sir.
Beautiful. And my sister Mimi says, or Miriam, the lobby was our children's village in the
Yes.
McCormick, and the McCormick Place McDonald's.
Yes.
Omar sends a greetings. Walaikum
Salam.
salam, Sister Khalil. I'm going to butcher your name, Sister Khalil. Walaikum salam, Brother Abel. Yes, sir. A great job to you too, nephew. Oh, thank you very much, Sister Rhonda. Boom. My next question for you, sir, is what has been your greatest joy in your tenure in the nation?
Man, just being able to help, finding my little place of helping, being rewarded for helping, being around our beloved minister, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you know, being rewarded just to have our Supreme Captain know my name,
Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
know
sir.
what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
Our Student National Secretary know my name, just, you know what I mean? And it's not on the works of my parents. It's just me being active, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just trying to just do what's right, you know what I'm saying? Do what we saw them doing, you know what I'm saying? As we sat back and we watched them from them seats and I see your father coming out with that green on. I'm saying to myself, whoo! You know what I'm saying? Getting excited, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing, you know what I mean? And
Yes, sir.
just saying to myself, like, one day, one day, one day, one day. And then the day come, but then when the day come, really stepping up to really help. You know what I'm saying? I love the front door post. You know what I'm saying? Love it. You know what I'm saying? I like just love it. You know what I'm saying? I just like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just being out in the element. Cause sharp minds look for sharp things, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Check posts, like talking to the people, like kicking it with the new brothers, making them feel good, making them feel a part.
Yes, sir.
So, I don't know. I keep a smile on my face even when I'm serious. I mean, it could turn off, but I try to. You know what I mean? I just try to keep a good spirit because they don't. A lot of them nowadays don't know how it was in those days.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean? It was woo. It was straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? So just to give, you know what I'm saying, let them understand the seriousness of this, but it could be loving and fun to be a Muslim
Yes, sir. Yes,
under
sir.
the teaching of Honorable Ms. Louis Farrakhan, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So yeah, I don't know. That's it though.
Beautiful. Okay, excellent. My next question is, what's your favorite album of all time?
I'm a Pac fan.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a little different. My mother said you gotta stop playing all that Tupac, boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a Pac fan. Um, I got errors.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I got errors.
let's get it. Let's get into it. Let's
I
get into
like
it.
mixtapes. Best
Okay,
mixtape of all time, Doo Wop 95 Live. If you never heard it, go get it. It's like a
okay,
freestyle bonanza. Oh,
okay.
I like, you know what I mean? So right now, of course, I like the Locks. That's for those that don't know, that's D Blocks, Jada Kid Styles, Big Sheik Loops. You know what I mean? Cornerstone of hip hop right there. You know what I mean? Um, I like Hove. Everybody like Hove. So I don't even put Hove in the conversation. You know what I mean? But Pac was my man. And I always get into the Pac and Biggie wars. I can get into that another time. We got a whole podcast about that. You know what I'm saying? But I like Pac. I like Big. You know what I'm saying? But I just like different eras. I like Jeezy. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah,
When I
yeah,
was that was my soundtrack when I was out there. You know what I mean? Uh, who else? I
yeah.
like the Griselda boys. I like the
Yeah,
Griselda boys right
yeah,
now
yeah.
because
They go
they got
hard.
that stuff. It's a sleeper. 38 Special. That's my man right there.
Okay.
Trust. Yeah, like him. Um, who else? It's a couple of cats. Now for the new generation, man, I'll be pleased with the brother King Vaughn.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
digging him.
Me
I
too.
was
Me
really
too.
digging him.
Me too.
I like his name, King Vaughn. They call me King Lee. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So King Vaughn, it fit right on there. So I know what I mean. I gave him a special air. I like the young brother. Uh, my son be putting me on all these crazy jokers, man. Like he just
Yeah.
be listening. It be wild stuff, but I come and give it air. I be like, yo, he really, you know what I'm saying? He really going. He like, yeah, Dad, I'm trying to tell you, NBA young boy and A Boogie with a hoodie and
Hey, Boogie with the
Don Q.
hoodie.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Boogie with the hoodie. Yeah.
yeah. So it's a little variety, but I'm stuck in that '90s vibe. I like it all though. I like my down south, man. Oh my God. I went to DC, so they put me on everything. Scarface, the whole Rap-A-Lot mob, Suave House mob. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it all, man. So it's just, depending on the vibe. And
Okay.
if I need hold on, and if I need R&B, I can listen to rap R&B. They singing it.
But I knew, okay, but Eliyphaz, I knew there was a reason our energies matched and stuff. Because when you said you love Tupac, I was a big Tupac fan.
That's
I
my
come from
man.
Death Row, Suge Knight, and so that's definitely the energy that I carry. But Eliyphaz, how come how come I never saw you drill like in the drill competitions like later? You know what I'm saying? What's up with the
We
drill?
was old. And I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? I know we always talk about that Julian Farrakhan convention that y'all had years ago in the 90s.
Yeah.
My man, Cat Majid, he said we was too old to go. When we only about 14, 15 years old. So you know what I mean? But he was like, man, y'all too young. Because we was 15, 16, but he was like 14. He was like, y'all too big. So he didn't let us go. My younger brother went. He was a year younger than me, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, y'all too big to go. So we drill, man. We drill, brother. We drill to the soul burnt on them black tops, man. You know what I'm saying? Push up, lean front, lean the rest position. We drill, brother. So, it's in me. I can do it. I'm a little out of shape with it right now but you know what I'm saying? But I can do it, but I just like the energy. I just come backstage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You always back
I
there.
go talk to Atlanta, like, Atlanta, come on, you're gonna take this, that, and the third. Then I go slide over by New York. Like, New York, man, come on now, baby. East Region, you know what I'm saying? Slide by Chicago, you know what I'm saying? And, I just, I don't know. We just never drilled. Brother Rob and them did it, you know what I'm saying? Been doing it, trying to do it locally here. So, I support them, you know what I'm saying? They look at me like I'm crazy because, drilling is different now, you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm aware.
It ain't left face, right face, box step to the rear march. It's a lot of, you know what I mean, bells and whistles, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? A lot of memory you gotta use for that.
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I got one more question for you that I ask every guest. But before I ask that, 1 second, I want to make sure I get a special shout out to all of the sponsors of this month's episode of the People's Podcast who keep this going. We coming right back to you, Eliyphaz, but I want to make sure I give. Hold on 1 second. Boom, just like that. Here we go.
Okay.
Boom, and here we go. 1 second, Eliyphaz. Boom.
Got it.
Cash App, the People's Podcast. My brother Rashad and his business partner Jamal, Street Premier Media Production. They got a 4K drone. They do television and working on the film, and they're also on movie sets at all times. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book. Thank you very much. Please get that on Amazon. My sister Naima, Stay on Point Dance Academy, LLC, teaching ballet virtually to girls all across the country. And now she's in the studio teaching it as well with the mask on and COVID and stuff. Supreme Men's Clothing out of St. Louis. Thank you very much for your sponsorship, brother. He gonna keep y'all fresh and dripping. If you need some clothes, he'll get it to you. Raising Black Millionaire, Sister Tia Muhammad. She teaches economic empowerment and through flashcards to young children. Thank you very much, Sister Tia Muhammad. Brother Kenneth Muhammad, bow tie maker extraordinaire. He'll get the bow tie to you all across the country. Thank you very much, Brother Kenneth. Exodus, a new way of life, credit restoration. If you need your credit done, reach out to them. They are do a great job at that. Khaliq's Boutique, custom t-shirts. Make sure you get one. They always look out. And come right back to Brother Eliyphaz, Brother Chantel X. They hire truck drivers and as well as shipping, refrigerating, and they just ship all across the country. Thank you, Brother Chantel. Brother Jabbar Muhammad in Chicago, Client First Construction, painting, carpentry, flooring, and plumbing, etc. Thank you very much, Brother Jabbar. Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry Turkey Legs, and here in Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you go stop by and get some. Brother Rashad Muhammad out of Chicago, COVID-19 disinfecting cleaning services. If you're in Chicago, you need something clean, reach out to Brother Rashad. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ. Thank you very much, Dad. AbdulSharif.com. Last but not least, my two books, Cleopatra, the children's book, and No Father, No Excuse, both of which are on Amazon. Thank you all very much for your continued support. Okay, boom, right back to you, Brother Eliyphaz. I got one question I ask every person who comes on here, and I really want to know what your response is going to be, sir. What would you like your legacy to be?
I don't know. That's a little. I just I guess as an individual first, outside of everything, a stand up person, man. You know what I'm saying? Someone you can rely on, someone that you can count on. Um, you know, a fair, decent person. You know what I mean? He meant as my guidance counselor used to always tell me, he means well. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that and this thing of ours, the nation, um, just want to be found in the company of all the great soldiers, named, known, and unknown.
Yes, sir.
You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? When they look up the our history, just knowing that I'm attached to the name Muhammad is enough for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's it.
Beautiful. And I just want to thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule. And I can't stress this enough to the people who are watching, the kind heart of a soldier. Your soldier with the kind heart. That's very rare to find. Either they on one side or the other. But Brother Eliyphaz, always in war mode, serious whenever. And he gonna come up and he gonna show you love and smile. And
It's
everything happened with my mom. She was one of the first people to text me and check on her the whole time. And I thank you for that. And I love you, Brother Eliyphaz. And me and my
love you
family
too.
love you and your family, sir. And we're always one call away for you as well, sir.
Thank you, bro. It's what we got, man. It's this thing of ours. I want to say something before we close out. If you don't mind.
Of course.
I want to tell you about one of the last experiences I had with the Honorable Men's Lord Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
I would say it's private, but I think it fits the moment at this time. But it ain't private because it was people around. They heard it, and I think it's geared. He said it to me, but it's geared to you and your sisters, my brothers, everyone that grew up under this umbrella in the Nation of Islam. Hashtag Nation Babies.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yes, sir.
man, yeah. So um, this past Savior's Day, 2020, I was blessed to accompany him to the Believers meeting. Moving around with him or whatever, and he kept looking at me, and then he looking at me, looking at me, looking at me. And then our beloved Supreme Captain said, "Dad, you know who that is? That's Brother Khadir's son." He said, "Oh yes, sir. Praise be to Allah." Then he looked at me again and he said, "How old are you?" He said, "How old are you now?" I said, I said, I think I'll probably say I'm about, you know what I'm saying? I said, I think, I don't know, you black out. So I said, I'm 37, 37 at the time. Then he looked at me, shook his head, he said, mm. Then he looked at me again. We got kind of stern, but instruction wise, he looked at me and said, I'm counting on you to take this nation to the next level.
Allahu Akbar.
And I'm not taking that as I don't take his words lightly, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sharing that with you because how it came out. And and how you was raised and how old you are
Yes, sir.
and how it fits everything and those that's of age of that particular time. And we grew up in the beginning process of this nation of Islam under the leadership of Honorable Ms. Lord Farrakhan. So we saw it at a small stage up to the Million Man March. So how grand and big that was.
Yes, sir.
Then right after the Million Man March, we went through some things in the nation where, things kind of slowed down and dwindled a little bit. You know what I mean? And things went the way it went. And you start picking up steam again, it's picking up right now, so on and so forth. But you, I heard you mention Brother Omar on the call,
Yes, sir.
Brother Dawu, he's on the call. we all grew up in this thing of ours, and we experienced it. We saw this. So we saw the heights of it and we saw the lows of it. But the thing is, what have we learned from it, and what can we contribute to it? This thing of ours that we learned. Now, one thing I try to do with the brothers here in Newark, New Jersey, the young brothers, if I have the permission to, I try to the ones that come in, but especially the ones that grew up in the mosque. And corporate 500 companies, what they do with their children is they put them in managerial positions so that the business could stay afloat. They learn and they learn that they seen it through their whole life, but now they put them in position to actually learn to manage. So you be at a manager position, but as you progress in age, you get a little bit more, and then one day you'll be in position of ownership in a sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I try to do that with the young brothers here, and I wanted to share that because we have to take ownership and ours. This is ours. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. This is ours. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the teachers physically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hundreds and thousands of us just like that.
Absolutely.
But you know what I'm saying? We have to really understand that this thing is ours. And the Honorable Lord Farrakhan didn't do nothing to none of us, but gave us life and light. And we have to keep our eyes on him. And we'll have our bumps and bruises, but this thing is ours, man. You know what I mean? We have to really take control of it and really want to grasp it. Looking at my father, your father, and other parents, they got 40 years doing what
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong where they got more time to go, but have we actually stepped up and you know really put our total effort into trying to take this from them in a sense, or
Yes,
them
sir. Yes,
pushing it
sir.
on us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
So we can have gripes about the older ones and how they treat us and things of that nature. But if we don't apply ourselves to really take the position on which we was actually born to do, then we can't be mad. So I just wanted to say that, man. I just for all our pioneers and past and present, man. Thank you. Of course, always my prayers to you and your family. The loss of your moms, that's different. I don't even know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but her name shall live on because she carried the name Muhammad, and we're gonna make sure we do our part to keep this flag waving of Nation of Islam. So that's it, brother. I guess that was my ministry moment right there. That's it. So that's it, brother.
Praise be to praise be
Yes,
to
sir.
Allah. I want to thank you again, and you can't help but to be like your father and to have his energy and your mother to do so. Teaching is natural for you. I want to thank you and thank your family. And the best moment that I've ever had, besides all these years I've soldiered with you, was just now seeing you before we went live with your children, bro.
Praise be
That was
to Allah.
amazing because that's like, man, that's what I desire to have, bro, as a family, and to be that type of dad who's just cool, man. Just, you know what I'm saying, just relax. So that's good, man. So
Yes, sir.
love you, brother Eliyphaz, and love your family. And thank
Love
you
you
all for
too.
watching the People's Podcast. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.